So that hot sauce, it's not too bad, Ross.
Yeah?
It's fine.
Why are you crying?
It's absolutely fine.
Why
is
your face white as a sheep?
I can't feel my eyes.
I think you're dying.
And he didn't even put it in his eyes.
I told you not to put it in your eyes. Literally, that's the one thing I was like, don't do it in your eyes.
I leave nothing to Ravushka and Nikolai. Nothing.
Merry Christmas.
Was that Christmas?
The days are coming.
I had no idea, actually.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
Cassius, every stag for himself, yeah?
I'm getting married tomorrow.
Speaking of...
Your crippling doubts where you don't really want to marry.
I don't think we should talk about crippling doubts.
She's a person and she's not a thing to just have boys fight about, all right? This is what Cassius got us. I never thought he was so generous. It's a Harrow doll. I can't get the PVC trousers off. I just wish I knew that I was good enough.
I hope tomorrow goes really well, and I'm not going to be a problem.
Hadley has not come to breakfast this morning.
The adventure continues now.
It is definitely getting close to Christmas. It's definitely getting wintry. It's definitely getting that feel. We're into December. When does this episode come out? This is
the 11th of December.
11th of December. So
11th of December.
Oh, I had a lovely time at Dragon Meet. Completely forgot to promo that. So I was at Dragon Meet last week. I had a great time.
Was it good?
I hope you came. It was fantastic. It was brilliant to see everyone. I hope you came to the live shows.
Did you put the banner up?
I did put the banner up.
Did you see the pencil?
Don't make me. Don't like. Oh God!
What was your highlight of Dragon Meet, Dan? What was the best thing that happened?
I'm excited about Dragon Meet. I'm stressed about the banners. I have chili in my eye. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Hey.
I'm in Helsinki right now.
You're in Helsinki right now.
I'm in Helsinki right now. Hello, future Scott in Helsinki.
What are you doing in Helsinki?
Well, this is just. Have you got any recommendations? I've got an
Sinking
extra
into
day.
hell, obviously.
I'm doing a big party with Party Like Gatsby. What?
Oh, you and your parties.
All right, fine. Less of a party and slightly more of a show.
You and your show.
It's a sharty. Happy now, Ross?
Yeah,
I'm doing a sharty in Helsinki.
What's Helsinki famous for?
Well, I'm going to find out.
Sinking into hell.
I was just looking that up, actually, Russ. To be
Yeah.
honest.
I'll ask you guys.
It's Finland's southern capital.
Yep.
Sits on a peninsula, the Gulf of Finland. It's Central Avenue, blah, 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 blah.
Splendid.
So when
You should have a wild time.
When I go to there and go, hey, moi moi, can I get the blah, 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 they're going to be like, ha, 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 ha. What?
I'd be careful there because Nostrix is from Finland, so clearly people of Finland know Pathfinder rules really well. That's the one thing we know about Finland.
There's an ornate red brick Uspensky Cathedral that overlooks a harbour.
There you go.
I'll put it on the list.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the
Sounds
Red Brick
good.
Cathedral.
There
Nostrix
is.
et al. If you got any other tips for me for Helsinki, then do let me know.
Tits?
Oh, no, wait, no, you're not going to know. Too late.
Too late.
I'm there now.
You're there now. It's too late. The only thing I know about Finland is Kimi Räikkönen's quote about it. And said, "What do people do in Finland?" He said, "In Finland, in the summer there is fishing and fucking, and in the winter the fishing is not so good." That's it feels like that's Finland.
I thought that was going the Soviet way of in winter, the fish fuck you. That's where that was going, you know? Why are we getting so many Finns in England over winter?
Speaking of Christmas coming up as well, something I mentioned to the rest of you, but I don't think I've given a shout out, or certainly on the main cast, is a while back, the wonderful Steve Geddes reached out. I used to do my Fighting Fantasy stream, and he enjoyed it so much, and we mentioned Starfield when that came out all that time ago. Dan, you've been playing quite a lot.
Back in day.
And I was like, I can't afford that, it's too expensive when it came out. And Steve bought me a copy. To say thanks for that.
Steve!
Now, the reason I did mention it a while back, but it was an early Christmas present. I haven't mentioned before because I've not really been gaming. I've been trying to get sort of all sorts of things off the ground. So I'm not really honest. I did have a go. It's a bit stuttery. It's not running very well. It's not.
Steve.
No, Steve. How could you? It's Steve's fault. But I will say a massive thank you for his support and thanks, man.
I did
really,
see
really
the
appreciate
last
it.
time you went online, and it was like 2 years ago.
I decided because I need to do stuff with life, and actually I'm a member on a Facebook group it's just like old MS-DOS gaming, and it's all the old games from when I was a teenager, stuff like that. Fuck me, I recognise most of them.
Yeah.
And each one I sunk a substantial amount of time in. I'm like, I've spent probably altogether too much time in my life playing silly games.
Yeah.
He said playing silly games.
So Steve bought you So Steve bought you Starfield, and now you're playing DOS games instead.
No. They come up as as a reminder, be like, oh, who remembers this gem? And I'm like, shit, I remember all these flipping games.
I'm not going to judge, because I remember the time that Ross bought us all Vermintide, and we were all like, cheers, buddy, can't run that.
I mean, we did actually. Me and Ross had a great time.
I bought you loads of good games, like Shower with Your Dad Simulator.
Oh, yeah.
Shower with Your Dad Simulator.
You did buy that? Yeah.
We played the one where you play a baby trying to kill itself, and then the mum's trying to get
Who's Your Daddy? Who's Your Daddy? Yeah.
What?
And actually, that was one of the biggest laughs we had.
Yeah,
those
that
games.
was good.
Yeah.
Why are all these weird dad games, man?
You brought me a train simulator. Was it a train simulator?
Yeah.
It was one of the most boring games ever put into existence. I remember playing. I was like, "Oh, Ross bought me a game." I think I was with I think it was Fran at the time. It was years ago. I sat there and played it, and she was like, "Why has he done this? Why has he bought you this?" It's like, because he's one of my closest friends, and he hates me this much.
He put a lot of thought into it, but he saw it in seconds in the charity shop. 20p, and he bought it.
I wanted to ask you. I've sent a voice note to Ross talking to me about computer games. He never got back to me.
Oh yeah,
that was months ago.
That was my bad.
And
It wasn't months ago. It was about 2.
By now it is.
Yeah. He's in Helsinki.
Yeah, fucking moi to you.
Sorry, yes, he was saying that he played. I did listen to it, and then I was meant to voice
No, it's
back.
okay. Don't give me the freelancer bullshit way around of like, I had a load of cool things come in other than your
played
voice note. I've been
Cyberpunk.
there. I give it out, but I wanted to ask people about Starfield for ages, and now it's old news. But all that come up, I talked about it once. My algorithm just bombarded me with Starfield fucking memes, and I cannot. I probably am now, but I could not stop watching them. They're hilarious.
Yeah, they're
people
funny.
Walking across open land for hours and hours at a time to get to one spaceship. When they get there, it takes off. Or they get clipped into the bottom thing of it, and then half of their bottom is out in space. Like, is it like that? Is that what the experience is like?
Bethesda. You go into a Bethesda game with your eyes wide open.
But it's mad. They release it and it's bugged to shit, and it's been announced for like the last 7
Yeah, I mean,
years.
the trouble is you've got shareholders and people, a lot of people putting pressure, being like, it needs to be out the door now because Christmas sales and this and that. It's like, it's not ready.
Oh, it's never a rush with Bethesda. They just don't give a fuck. It's a charm. They're like your friend who turns up late to everything and is like, woof, just running on me time. They think it's a quirk. They think it's cute that sometimes you just fall through the bottom of your spaceship into the cold void and disappear forever. It's like, oh, just us.
It is, to be honest, and it is, the scope of it is very impressive. I think given a bit of time and a bit of polish, a bit of patching, there was one bit early on, you're supposed to, it's like, get into the ship and take off.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, fuck that. And I wandered off the platform and I went over the hill and just carried on going on this planet. And I just was like, oh, okay.
What
I
was
guess
there in the planet, James?
Well, I found there were some little rock deposits, and also I came to a big valley, and I was like, shit, I could literally jump down this valley and then keep going up the other side. It just goes on and on and on. And I was like, I think I might turn around and go back in the ship. Actually, I was being a petulant, like, where's the edge of this world? No, there wasn't one.
No,
literally, if you want to, you can just walk off for miles, and it's just pretty tight for the planet.
I will give a shout out just based on that, because I did start playing Cyberpunk 2077. Speaking about games that were rushed and on launch and were riddled with bugs, I started playing it after it had been patched a few times, and a very quick debrief, I'll keep this brief. Ross ran a Cyberpunk game for us. One of the tenets of that Cyberpunk game ages ago was that any device that would turn up in the game would announce its function as it walked around. So if it was a stapler, it would go stapling. And we rinse the shit out of Ross of this endlessly, and then in Cyberpunk 2077 there are various devices that do exactly that. It was
vending.
Literally.
There's a vending machine that literally, like, you have a side mission where you have to like save this depressed vending machine, and then it gets taken back to its owners.
Spoilers.
And then you have to like fucking break, like you have to like get it and wipe its memory, or like, it's fucking weird but really cool.
I've heard, I really wanted to like that game when it came out, and I just saw all the reviews. I was like,
It's got Idris Elba in it now. Come on.
I've not got the Idris Elba.
They patched Idris Elba in to try and save it.
Yes.
Well, he's in the DLC. He's in the DLC.
Because Keanu Reeves is the main quest, you're like, he turns up and you're like, yeah, it's Keanu Reeves. Okay, cool. He gets a few lines. No. He's voice mapped the entire thing.
Yeah.
He's in it start to finish. Hundreds upon hundreds of Keanu voice lines are in.
Wow.
He's in it throughout.
he's
which
a
is quite
dude.
cool.
He's such a dude.
The end is really good as well.
All right, no, enough of this now.
Yeah, I'm not
enough of
gonna
this.
spoil
Speaking of Keanu and
Actually,
interest in the
very
same
quickly though, very quickly, because you said about running stuff.
Yeah.
Something I learned from Dan recently is this weird ghost computer thing.
Okay, we'll do this real quick because
But
it is
real quick,
interesting.
in case anyone hasn't
Because
known
it is
about this.
interesting as a tech thing. GeForce Now, it's a thing Nvidia do. You can subscribe to it, and you basically run a game on their computer and stream it to your computer. So you can run games that you couldn't normally run on it. So that's how I'm playing Starfield on my old ass computer.
And it's literally like the computer of your dreams, an Nvidia 4086, which is like £1,000 graphics card.
What if
And then
what
you
if
just need an incredible internet connection.
What
That's
happens if like you're a bit of a weird gamer and you're like doing this bit with a girl or something, and there's a like, and does the Nvidia like employees walk past?
No, it's not.
And they see you playing it. They're like, why is this guy obsessed with breasts on this?
I love the way you just think there's
2077?
this empty room just with all these empty computers just running games, and it's like, oh no, don't sit there. There's a ghost sitting there.
Just
And
like,
then just some janitor walking
just
past.
like,
Rip, who he really likes tits, that guy.
Oh my god! Oh, I hope
I
that is
hope
true.
that is his vast warehouses.
Absolutely hope that is
Underground
true.
video bunker.
It's like the
But it's
end
actually,
of Indiana
It's actually
Jones.
pretty cool. I was like, God damn, actually, if you really are struggling, you don't have to buy a proper computer to have a look into it. Nvidia now, there are other ones as well, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful.
I thought I'd give a genuine
No,
shout out for that.
I am. Thank
How
you
much
to
is
my.
it?
It was like £8-9 a month. They are they put one of those wonderfully vague messages out, being like, "We're putting our prices up, not telling you how much."
Yeah, there's like
so it might
isn't
be
there-
fucking
I think there's a
affordable
standard
by
for
now.
£8. I think there's a free version which allows you to play for an hour.
Yeah.
And then there's the
So you have
ultimate, which is like $18.
so you're only allowed to play it for a certain amount of time a day.
Yeah, it's like
Unless you pay.
8 hours a day. It's something like that. It's good. You should check it out. It's thank you to my buddy Jules, who sometimes listens to this show, for recommending it. It's meaning I can walk around as a fat bald man on Starfield and fall through the bottom of starships out into the emptiness of nowhere, and from the emptiness of space to the emptiness of chairs. We are at breakfast in Vanderale Manor.
I've got a question.
What's
Dan.
for breakfast?
Just to clarify, no, it wasn't that. It's actually a serious question. You said the only chair that is unoccupied is Hadley's.
Yeah.
So does that mean Cassius is there?
Cassius is there, yes. Cassius is there.
How
He
does
looks.
Cassius look?
Cassius.
Is he naked? He's
Just wet.
naked.
Cassius is wet. Cassius looks like he just crawled out of the harbour. He's still wearing his stag clothes.
Oh God.
Wow, it took him till
Cassius!
He's glaring at you all as you all's about to tuck in.
Stag.
Lads.
Yeah, your arms look bigger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pretty good morning workout there. I like
Yeah,
it.
you're feeling strong at this moment, right now.
Right now I
You
am.
have just got here, yes?
I bet
probably
you're going to murder that protein, aren't you? You're just
Oh
gonna
yeah,
get in there.
oh yeah. He's just got like a
Clams.
dozen sausages on his plate. No clams. Like I'm weirdly off clams. I don't know about you lads, but
I
feel
never
like
want
I've
to see another clam in my life.
Malone.
The butler is standing there.
My friend asked what is for breakfast.
What would Sir like?
What's on offer?
I mean, we have most things at your disposal.
Clams. Bring me a plate of clams.
Yeah, clams all round.
I don't want clams.
Clams.
I will take wizard's breakfast, please.
What's a wizard's breakfast?
Play clams.
It's mainly protein. It's just we like to be gummed up.
Wizards do not eat mainly protein. That is
Wizard's diet
Nuts.
consists of like regret and paper. Like
just spell scrolls. They're like, get in my brain.
You're all monsters.
could I have, please, butler, sir? What was your name? Sorry, I don't think I met you properly.
Malone, sir.
Melon.
Malone.
What did happen to that melon?
Oh,
Please
I don't know.
explain.
I left it on the but we got it off.
Did he get skeletal handed?
Oh no,
he's in hell.
But that person, the eagle person, took it.
Oh, then he's on a voyage now.
Oh,
Smash cut a melon behind the wheel of the thing with a pirate hat on. Dun 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 dun.
He's a melon.
Just falls over the hat.
He's just stabbed on one of the spokes of the wheel. Just
Going, whoa.
how is this hat still on?
We always seem to turn to port really swiftly and then slow down. I don't know why. Okay, then Malone. Please
Yes,
could I have a slippery rice for breakfast?
Slippery rice. What level of chili would Sir like in it?
Yes.
Very well, sir.
No, James, don't you make me eat it.
Maybe you should have the that level of chili.
We say Scott should actually have some hot sauce.
Yes.
It's a role play.
We're all immersive actors here, aren't we?
Exactly. I like Method Mate. You're like Daniel Day-Lewis, only in chili form.
Chili Daniel Day-Lewis.
I was going to do a Daniel Day-Lewis soundbite then, but then I realised his most famous soundbites are when he's being actually super offensive in character.
Yeah.
Like, they're
quite tough.
They're all bad lines, aren't they? You know? All right. I'll have it well spicy, mate, because Caragol can take it.
Very good, sir. And
Cooked breakfast for me.
a cooked breakfast.
A lovely cooked breakfast
Where?
with buttered toast, black pudding,
Acre?
and mushrooms,
Yeah,
and melon chunks.
Where's Hadley?
I don't know.
Wait, did you share a bed chamber last night?
No, it's
The
night
parents
before-
look shocked.
No, it's the night,
Of course, they're not going to do that the night before the wedding. are they?
Wait.
Is it bad luck?
Wait, when
They're really uptight.
When I apologised to my old buddy, old pal Malone, yeah. Well, Bubba was. I said night, and Bubba was in the drinking with him.
Straight away. Fulton's like, I've turned over a new leaf. My mate's a murderer.
Yeah.
He's wanted by the
Gold
police.
pieces all round. Look, before we do anything, perhaps Malone or one of the staff, could you check? He's probably just tired after the weekend. It was a heck of a weekend. He got a bit in.
we took him
he had a
out
lovely
and about.
time.
Very good, sir. I will check.
He's probably just asleep.
I'll send one of the servants to knock on his door.
Bubba messages Fulton and just says, "My name is Nobi."
Oh yeah, sorry, no B.
Oh, are we still doing that? Because literally, people are calling Bubba Fade.
No, we are still doing it because he's in disguise, like he's
No
wanted.
B.
He's a wanted
Sorry,
person, isn't he?
I meant no B was in the. I'm saying this not as loud so everyone can hear. So I'm not saying it to these guys.
You're just whispering to the person next to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Cassius is like,
Could I have some oysters, some mussels, and some clams?
Oysters, mussels, and clams for the vegan. Coming right up.
They actually are vegan. No, wait, no, some
No,
of
they're
them
not.
aren't. Oysters are.
Definitely not.
I mean,
Oysters are, clams aren't.
none of them are vegan.
None of them
They're
are.
all
Oysters are
alive.
vegan.
They're all
They're not.
creatures.
Guys, oysters are vegan. They're not alive. They're bivalves.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll wait for you guys to confirm.
Have you
that on
ever
the internet.
opened an oyster?
Yes.
Have you ever heard it scream?
No.
I've opened a million oysters. And I've heard them all screaming.
Also,
man.
with
You've opened
oysters,
1
you can put
million
chili
oysters.
sauce on.
Yeah, man, I used to open oysters for a living.
You opened 1 million? Did you
Yeah.
get an award? Is there an
Easy.
achievement unlocked?
No, I mean-
you get to clip through the boat at the bottom.
dude,
if you're in a Bethesda game.
Invincible, 1 million that's slacking. That's
nothing.
That's all they
That's
do.
nothing,
They just
mate.
all
Yeah.
day just 6 olives. Oh, it's nice.
Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, oysters are vegan. Anyway,
Mr. Webmaster.
I'm eating my rice. What are we doing? Main
Wait,
course.
have we-
Okay, sorry.
The staff bring you your requested breakfasts. So much shellfish.
Breakfast noises.
I can't believe you guys are still eating shellfish. I mean,
Have a clam.
No.
Go on.
Come on.
I had so no.
How
That's
about
what we
this
for a
oyster?
sausage.
It's good.
I mean,
Malone returns.
Actually, I'd probably have an oyster. Yeah.
And
Hey,
says,
Malone.
I do love an oyster.
Miss Icon, Hadley is Master Vanderale is not in his room. It does
What?
not appear he has been. It does not appear he has been to bed.
What?
Right, okay, so who was the last person to see him?
Obi.
Bubba's just eating clams.
Obi was having a drink with him.
Okay, so
What?
No, Nobi. How did you leave?
It's Obi.
No, it's
No, it's
Nobi, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I've got loads of names at the moment. It's fine.
So Nobi, you were the last to see. What happened? Did you leave him?
Perhaps we should do this.
Who are we talking about?
Hadley.
Perhaps
What about him?
Would you
He's not
excuse
here.
us? We just need to go to the bathroom.
Ike stands up, just like, Nobi, what happened to Hadley?
What do you mean?
Shit.
What do you mean?
You were with him last. What happened?
I wasn't with him last. I saw him last night.
But so you were talking to him, you were having a drink.
Yeah, I had a drink in the bar,
Yeah.
and I said to him, listen, you're with Ica and she's chosen you. We had a really lovely conversation, actually. And I said that, like, he was asking me a really personal question about whether, you were really interested in him. And I was like, look, she chose you. You asked her to marry you, and that's it.
Okay.
So, and then I cheersed him. We had a little hug, and I went to bed.
You went to bed. Where
Okay,
was
and
it?
he stayed down here.
Yeah, he stayed. He said, I'm going to have one more drink. I went, nice one, brother. And
Okay,
so walked
and
off.
Where were you? Actually, I think there were a lot.
Was there anyone else about?
No, Fulton left just before I went to bed.
Hey.
Where's the I don't know how it works in big rich people's places. Do they have a barman who stays up late, or were you just getting drinks for yourself?
No, it was just getting drinks
just
for
drinks.
I think it's
ourselves.
just, wasn't it the
No one
library out
saw him
character?
after
It would
you saw
normally
him.
be me, said Malone, but I was off duty on account of the horrific mistreatment I suffered at the hands of Fulton.
Oh, I hope you got some financial compensation for that.
His trousers squeak.
So I was.
And where?
You're saying I'm the last person to see Hadley alive?
But no, wait, so, whoa,
What?
whoa,
What?
whoa,
Let's
whoa.
not spread any panic.
What? I thought you were
I mean,
implying. I thought you were implying that he was
presumably-
dead.
No, he's
No.
not.
No
What?
one's implied that.
No, he's just
We said,
he's just not in his
like-
room. and he's not
Oh
in his
shit!
breakfast.
Like
We just
I've eaten
haven't-
too many
don't know
clams,
where he
mate.
is.
Look, no, I just said that. Like I left him there. He was having a drink, and I went to bed. That's it. So if he's alive, that's great.
Shania, I'm scared. What's going on?
Don't be scared. It's fine. I'm sure he has just gone for a wander about to clear his head. We will find him.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Okay.
We're really good at this.
What did he say? Did he say anything that gave a clue as to where he was, to what he might be thinking?
No, he said that he was just saying, how do I know if she likes me? And I said, well, she does, because you asked her to marry you, and she said yes. So she's chosen you, and that's what I said. Why would I say anything?
And he said he was
Okay.
gonna stay.
It was that toy thing. It was the toy.
What toys?
Yeah,
What toy thing?
You know, the thing that predicts your future.
Don't engage.
Oh.
Don't engage metagaming because it's the only questionable that's entered at the start of the actual module. We've got another 3 hours before we come to that conclusion.
Okay.
Right, well, let's go and search.
Let's
have we
have
eaten?
a
Have we
good
finished eating?
search.
Okay, so
everyone,
Dan,
come on.
So you
Just-
go to
just-
Al Alcove.
Yeah.
A
Do we
whole
all
bunch of
finish eating?
people. Yeah.
I mean,
Can we check the grounds? Everyone splits up and like.
No. Well, let's go and check literally the last place he was. So
Yeah,
it's
let's
in
go
the
to the-
library.
Was
Yeah,
it the
follow me.
library or the
you go to the drawing. You go to the drawing room.
Right.
I was sitting here, wasn't I, Fulton?
Yeah.
And he was sitting there.
And I was standing here.
And then you left.
And I went.
Perception check.
Perception checks.
Have a look around. It's a natural 20.
Me too.
My first in ages. Well, fuck you. It's always weird. Whenever I get a really, really good score on these things, which I'm not supposed to, somebody always fucking.
He doesn't get many of them, Cole. Let him enjoy his little moment.
I'm shit at perception these days.
It's like me with private scenes, guys. Don't get many. And when I get one, someone else is always in it.
I'm just wondering what that private scene we just witnessed was, Scott. Are you all right?
I just
there?
got off the little plastic box.
I literally turned around and he was sort of licking a bit of. Anyway, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you're welcome. I haven't had a cigarette today. Careful, don't push me.
Yeah, you stick with your elderflower. There you go. You're doing great, champ.
Thank you.
Velda,
So
you
32.
32. Okay, so Velda, you
What did Colin get?
looking around the room.
32.
32.
What did he really? 12.
Don't worry, I've got bits for both of you.
Yes.
You don't buy presents for just one of your kids. Come on. Right. So,
I got 36.
it's got 36.
shut up.
Okay, should I have... Okay, neither of you get anything.
Just like my 5th birthday all over again.
So, as a group, you look around the room. You can see the room hasn't been tidied from last night. As Malone said, he was off duty last night, so he hasn't got back round to tidy this yet. You get the feeling that there are a couple of people were sat by the fire. There are 2 chairs. One of the chairs seems to have been pulled over next to the other one, so 2 people were sat beside each other in that. There are a couple of glasses on the table there. They're both finished. It looks like someone finished their drinks. And then over at the table, there is another drink. Bubba, you recognise that as the where you were sitting. That was satting. Oh, good God! That was where you were satin. That was the satin upon which you were sat on.
Nice save.
There are always thinking. There is your glass there. You finished your drink. You left the glass. That is still there. Velda, there is a coaster on the table across from Bubba. There is no glass there. Bubba, with your high roll, you remember that Hadley had not quite finished his drink when you finished. That was where he was sat.
Okay.
So there is no glass where Hadley was?
No. Hadley's glass is missing.
Right.
He's been eaten by the toy.
All right.
I really don't think this is...
No. Now, is there any evidence of any sort of scuffle or kerfuffle or any sort of business?
Nothing
so
at all.
he looks like he's left. Maybe he...
Portaled.
Is Malone there?
Check the grounds and the rest of the house.
Hello, sir.
Was there any... I don't suppose the servant knows if there's a... He said that the room hadn't been used. So there's no glass or anything else out there? This room?
This room?
No, in his quarters.
In his quarters?
Yes.
No, there's no glass up there.
So he had a drink and he left. Presumably with a drink.
Dan, would on top of what's already been gathered, would it be worth, or could I get anything else from a survival check?
A survival check might be it's hard to track someone indoors, but you're very good at tracking, so it's always worth a go.
Velda, Bubba.
I'm going to detect magic.
Yeah, I was going to say detect magic. See if there's like a magic-y essence here.
22.
Okay. Looking around, you recognise some of the... there was a bit of mud on Hadley's boots because you were all on a haunted pirate ship and traipsed all over the city. And you can see... You get the feeling that last night 3 people left this room. One of them left slightly after the others. 3 of the sets of footprints go... 3 of the sets of footprints go upstairs and then kind of lost. One of the sets of footprints stays down. It seems to go off down a different corridor downstairs, but you lose the trail.
Okay, I think I've got something. It might not come to anything.
Is Ica with us?
Ica is with you. She's just starting to look really worried.
Is everyone else with
Cassius has come with you as well, and is looking concerned. The rest of the family have sort of stayed at breakfast and are just... It's not like panic at the moment.
Yeah.
Like Ica is starting to get quite... You can tell she's starting to get quite worried now.
Yeah. I take the group as far as I can go, and then after that, because I don't know the layout of the house really. I'm like, so what in that kind of general direction where I've basically lost it here? Where does this go to? What are we heading towards?
Cassius is like, that's... We'd see there'd be the kitchens are down there.
Basement?
Yes, the basement is that way. The back door is there.
Can you get out of the house, Suzette?
Well, you can get out through the back door.
Okay.
Carragher, go and have a look if you can find any footprints outside.
Be easy to track outside.
Aye.
Was there any magic in the room?
There was magic on some of the books, but not a residue of anything. And you would expect that because you know that they're a family of wizards. They've probably got spell books.
No, spell books are like, okay, there's nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
All right.
I go to the back door. I guess if you want to run around the kitchen and the basement just in case, but I'll go out the back door. I go out the back door and see if I can pick up the trail.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Ooh. 22.
Hey, 22 again. You don't think anyone came out of this door last night?
I go down the basement.
Okay, Fulton, you head. You open the door and head down the stairs to the basement. There are lots of... The basement is where all of the wedding gifts are. So there are lots of flowers and baskets of fruit, chests, things like that.
Is the big
calling it a toy.
Toy. You really threw me with that. It's just like,
You're
it's
doing
the
it
toy.
in character, but you're doing it out of character.
Give me a
as
perception
well.
check, Fulton.
That is 13 plus. Fucking fingerprint. 13 plus 16. 29.
29. Okay, you notice a couple of things as you come down. You notice a glass that is with the barest little bit of brandy left in the bottom of it, just on a crate on a side that's been put on the side, sort of on the way in, as if someone put it down. And then across, you can see the fortune-telling machine. The shutter on it is up, and the toy is just staring back at you across the room.
Listen up, toy. You're gonna show me where you took Hadley. Guys, I found Hadley. Well, I didn't.
Are you sure?
Everyone comes rushing.
Yeah, we come running down.
Quickly, where is he? Is he all right?
Where?
The toy's got him.
Oh, for fuck.
And then I point at the toy. Look, there's his drink. Is his drink there?
Can we detect magic on the toy?
Fulton, why
It
have
is
you
magic.
uncovered
It
the toy?
has divination magic. Yeah, I did it yesterday, yeah.
Look, I go up to the toy and I look directly in it. And so the shutter's up, so I can get into the box.
No, it's got
so
glass.
it's a glass fronted
okay.
thing, but it had like a shutter pulled down across it, and then now the shutter's up, so you can see the thing through on the other side of the glass.
I put a
It just stares
put
back at you.
copper piece in there and go, tell me where Hadley is.
Its head just kind of clunks to one side, and it opens up, reach down and turns over 3 cards in front of you. The cards are the Paladin, the Keep, and the Crows.
Paladin is the name of the hot sauce manufacturer.
Oh my God. We should put it in our eyes.
By hot sauce. The Paladin, the knight on the card of the Paladin, has Hadley's face, and then when you look at the Keep, you can see there is a figure as waving. It's a silhouette, but you can see a figure like calling out from the top of the Keep, as if calling out towards you. The Crows, you can see reflected in their eyes a face of a young man looking terrified.
So,
Can I recognise the Keep?
Yes, I'm there.
Does this Keep look familiar to any of you?
Is Cassius with us?
Are they a fairly
Cassius
standard?
is with you because he's
Right.
like, what is going on here?
Cassius, what is this that you have given them? Because it seems to me that it is very dangerous.
How should I know what it is? I've never seen this in I've never seen this in my life.
This was a present from you.
No, I bought them that lovely bouquet of flowers. He gestures to some very wet-looking flowers that look like they were bought from a petrol station this morning.
No, Aika said that you gave her this.
That's what it says on the. That's what it said on the note. It said it was from you.
Can we see the note?
She goes over to like a pile where there's cards and things and rifles through them, picks it out and says, "Here, it's this one here."
And Shania reads
hands it to it. It says to Ica. It says to Ica and Hadley, "May you and your family get all that they deserve." Cassius. The Cassius is like, "That's not my handwriting."
Well, that sounds menacing.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
Right.
Wait a minute. Hadley, write the same words down, please. We want to check your handwriting.
Hadley?
No, you mean Cassius.
That's what I mean, yeah, Cassius, do it.
It's all right, you're drunk on clams.
I'll clam you in a clam.
Cassius is like, "Fine, give me a pen, give me a quill." He dips it in the ink and writes the same thing out. It looks nothing like it.
Oh, check out this time, Cassius.
What is happening?
Hadley's
No.
been...
There
Captured.
might be this thing might possess the ability to, I don't know, sort of teleport into a pocket dimension or something, because there's definitely Hadley on the cards.
3 things.
And
Ica, who is responsible for taking the gifts for the wedding? Which one of your handlers brought these in?
It could have been any of the stuff.
Okay, well, we're trying to find out who brought this one in for starters, because they would have taken the note from someone who handed it over. There's a trail there. Second of all, Velda and Shania, divination magic.
Yes.
What's within what you know? What's in the realms of divination magic to transport or carry a humanoid over long distances? I don't know. Maybe I think something.
Put another copper piece in, and I say, "Take me to where he is now."
You put a copper piece in the coin,
And finally,
in the slot. Caragor, finish what you're saying before.
finally, Cassius, you're a man of militia and what have you. Do you recognise that keep there?
He looks at it. I've never seen that before in my life.
All right, okay.
It's just they're just stupid cards from that. Sorry, I don't mean to be offensive, but they're stupid cards.
Stupid cat.
They said they were stupid.
The doll turns and looks at you, Fulton, and she goes,
It's Jared Leto's Joker.
And it's giving a better performance. That it's actually less wooden than Jared Leto.
it looks at you like an admittedly worse but a valid choice if that's your favourite and like the things you like.
So wrong.
You wish that it was a Cesar Romero.
He was great.
Great with the moustache. It says its mouth kind of it's like a puppet. It just kind of moves up and down. And it goes, all that you deserve. A very happy life wished upon you from the one whom you took from. The one whose son will never come home because of you. Fulton Batterstone.
MC. He's talking about MZ.
How do you know?
Because you told me about MZ.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Every time you get drunk, you're just like, MZ.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah, so what, Toy?
Just threaten. What are you going to do about it? You just confess to a murder.
Oh, that murder. Yeah, that was me.
Maybe we need to go and see MC's mum.
Wait, hang on. Before we jump on the MZ thing.
Yeah.
I think we need to find Hadley.
Hadley is here.
Take me to him.
A second slot opens. A second coin slot opens on the side next to the first one.
Put your finger in it.
I put another copper piece in.
Yeah, that's better.
You put a copper point.
I'd be very cautious about this.
The cards. The thing takes the card deck and just it rotates on the counter, and another card deck that seems to be glittering and shining appears on it. The hand reaches out and deals down 5 cards face down, and then reaches and just takes them and one by one turns the cards over, and you see your own faces on the cards. The room seems to go cold for a moment, and somewhere far in the distance you can hear a sound like a rushing wind that just seems to be getting closer. All of the trinkets and things just start to shake as the room darkens slightly. It's like, Fulton, what's happening? What's going on?
Is she there as well?
She's there with you.
And Cassius
is
Is she on the cards?
She's not on the cards. What is going on, Fulton?
Don't worry, we'll get Hadley back, whatever's going to happen to us. Don't worry!
It starts to shake.
Fulton, we're not going anywhere yet. What's happening?
Don't worry!
A pinprick of light kind of appears in the doll's eyes and then swells and grows until a swirling shape appears out the front of the doll in front of it, and opens and opens and opens until there's just a swirling portal in front of you, and you can just feel yourselves being pulled. You can feel your clothes shaking. Any few loose items just start going straight past you and just flying into it. Cassius grabs Ica around the waist and just grabs a hold of a pillar. Like you're not being completely pulled off your feet, but it is like it is drawing you towards it.
All right, lad, we need to go in here and save Hadley. Ica.
For Ica.
Yeah, agreed.
We'll get Hadley back.
Please just do it. Bring him back to me, please, Fulton.
Just get ready for the wedding, because you're going to the chapel tonight, or whenever it is.
Please, Fulton. Please. She's just panicking, and Cassius is just pulling her back away from
We've got this.
Cassius, you've always been a dick. Bye. Jump in the thing.
Fulton launches himself at the portal and just disappears through it.
Keep yourselves safe, Cassius, Ica. And she throws herself into it.
Oh, we all doing a bit. Sorry, go on.
Why not?
Your turn.
Words. We'll be back soon. I think I might have kippers when I get back.
Philippe turns to Cassius and goes. Cassius goes, I know, and Philippe dives through the portal.
Bubba turns around and says, Icar pulls off his disguise and says, I am really Bubba Von Hoops. I love you.
And disappears through. You go, we kind of knew. Caragor, you are left in the room. Wind blowing.
We're going to take Hadley up the aisle if it's the last thing we do.
Dude.
But no one's around to snigger at it because Caragor meant it genuinely.
No, I'm
That's
sorry.
why I
You
played
forgot
rock, paper,
that
scissors.
men's the damage club could be wherever they want at any point. And you hear a snickering behind you, and all of us are just having a.
That's why me and Bubba played rock, paper, scissors, so you went last.
We did.
Yeah, again, then Caragor jumped in.
Caragor, you turn. Cassius like, lad. You turn and jump through the portal. The portal shakes, and as you feel it collapse around you, you feel a jolt, and you see an object just fall through the portal behind you. This object about less than a foot square. Like
it's not far
sort of
deep.
brick size. Yeah, it's me. I'm gonna be with you for this entire arc. No, something falls through the portal after you, and then behind you, you just see their faces disappearing as you see the window close, and you go tumbling through what seems to be a slide. You're thrown upwards and downwards and round and round and round until you crash with a heap into a heap on a dark, grassy surface. You pick yourselves up. You think you can hear somewhere in the distance the sound of carnival music playing on the breeze. You pick yourself up off the grass. The grass feels strange underfoot. It feels fibrous and it doesn't feel soft like grass normally would. Looking around, you can see tall brambles in sort of the edge of this clearing that you're in. It appears to be night, but when you look up at the night sky, you can see that the night sky is different. There are not twinkling pinpricks of light. You can't see any clouds. Instead, you can see stars, and they are star shapes. They appear to be painted up on the sky. It's these painted stars above you. You look and you can see a perfect crescent moon in the distance hanging up in the sky. But from the bottom of it, you can see what looks like a long arm stretching down, like a metal arm stretching down, disappearing off over the horizon. Like this thing is on a stick, moving across the ceiling, moving across the sky, and looking around, you can see there are lots of circus tents, but there are no signs of anybody. No signs of anybody enjoying themselves. No signs of anyone celebrating. You can hear the faint music, and somewhere in the distance, you can hear the sound. You can hear a squawking. And you can hear the sound of someone going, "Help me! Help me!"
The crows.
Something lands. Something lands in the grass next to you with a thump, and you look down, and it is a deck of cards. They hit and just sort of scatter across the floor.
Oh,
they appear to have been pulled through the portal.
Well, I might find it useful. Velda would like to pick them up.
You reach down and pick up the cards, and you look through it, and it is an exquisitely made Harrow deck. Like one you would pay a fortune for to get. I have a little gift for you, Danger Club.
Yes.
I am currently handing over to Velda for the moment brand new Pathfinder 2nd Edition Harrow deck. If you open that little box, up, you will see beneath the rules, there are rules on how to do a Harrow reading. You will see there is a deck of cards in here. These are the cards that you have.
And the first card is the Paladin.
Like the hot
thinking.
These
are beautiful cards.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
I'll have to put those on the Instagram.
They are very nice things. Well, do you want to give me a fortune-telling reading or an arcana check to have an idea? Because I can tell you, these things are hella magical.
I guess an arcana check.
Give me a little arcana check to sort of figure out what's going on with these things.
It's not.
They seem worthless. You throw them away.
I'm gonna roll like that. Still 24.
24. Okay. You immediately feel that these things are tied to this realm. You feel a connection. You feel that this deck is something to do with this realm, and it's possible that you're not sure if it was meant to get swept down the portal with you or not. But there is a power to this, and as you look at the cards, you can feel power emanating from each individual card, but they seem to be kind of different. There's something different about them. And I can tell you mechanically how this works. At any time while you are in this realm, you can play one of the cards from the Harrow deck by simply holding it up and willing it so. It will doing so consumes that card. If you play the correct card for the situation that you are in, for the creature you are encountering, for the situation that is arising, it will have a mechanical benefit on what has happened. You will get some kind of an advantage or a bonus in that scene. If you play the wrong card at the wrong time, the card is consumed. Whether you play it at the right time or not, the card is consumed. So you have to choose wisely. When you use a card, you give it to me, and I will take it out of the game. I'll tear it up to bits. No, they're too beautiful, but I will take them out of the game.
And how do you know the right time to use a card? Is it just an intuitive thing?
It is up to you. It's intuitive to the situation as to whether you're... and it is not limited. They're not arcane magic, so you don't have to make... so it doesn't have to be Velda. Obviously, Velda is the fortune teller of the group, but it doesn't have to be Velda who is in charge of the deck of cards. You could even divide them amongst yourselves and have a few each. To have an idea of when to play a card.
Well, obviously, this one, the owl, is for the owl alcove, right? When we get there.
I was about to say, the amount of artistic arguments we're going to have. That's not what a courtesan means. You can't apply it to this situation. We're only eating bread.
Drum, have you got any points in Arcana?
In Arcana... no.
Okay, so
+1.
I've got a plus. Yeah, I got +1.
Bubba's got a +8 in it as well. So,
should we split them up amongst us so that we've all got some? Otherwise, one person's got a massive deck to look through.
Well, we don't know the effect.
Maybe we should shuffle them before as well.
Yeah.
Just so it's all random.
Drum.
Huh?
It's the peacock.
The peacock.
What this little rainbow baby.
The tiny creepy baby.
That one's so good. The silent hag.
Very cool. Ooh. They're very nice. We'll throw them up on our Instagram, Dangerlings. You can have a little look.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Is this part of the actual adventure?
This is part of the adventure.
Oh shit!
It's kind of awesome, right?
All right. You have these at your disposal. It is up to you when you choose to play one. You just have to give it to me and tell me you're playing it. But just bear in mind there are no takesies backsies. So if you play a card at the wrong time and then later find the occasion that you think you should use it, you don't get it back.
Can I ask? Are all of them? Will all of them be used in this adventure? Do you think
it's up to you whether they are used? All of them have a use.
Okay,
all of them have
in the whole
all of them
adventure.
have things that times you could play them.
And is each card tied to a specific moment in the module, and we've got to figure out which one fits to which, or are they can you this could be used here potentially?
Each one is tied to a specific moment, a specific creature, a specific situation. So you have to get the right time. You have to be sure that you're playing it. Cool. But also, the same as with any consumable, don't hang on to them. Cool. They're there to be used.
Okay.
Can I have a look at the box?
I've been waiting to give these to you for so long. It's just so
pretty.
Faffing
around.
And then we went off on a stag. We were like, should we go to the owl alcove? Or
just go to the immersive show on Prison Island. You're like, fucking hell, boys, come on. Come on,
Treats
boys.
for you.
All right. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do, boys?
We need to save that person that's being attacked by crows. I assume it's Hadley.
Can we tell which direction the crows are, the sound of the crows are?
What were you going to say, Jane?
Felder. Who the fuck is Jane? Yes, so there is a crow's card, and there's also a carnival card. Just to let you know.
Well, let's get to the situation. I bet we'll need the crows.
Yeah.
Could be the crows.
Well, it could be.
I've got a feeling,
the
and then
unicorn.
Velda explains what Dan explained to us all, so we would know that mechanic. But it didn't come from Dan; it came from me.
As we're running towards the crows.
Yes, be like, yes, I think these are tied to this place. This isn't real. There's some sort of a connection between these two, arcanically speaking.
Are you saying I'm not real?
So this isn't the carnival. This isn't the Umbra Carnival, then.
No. This is well. Look at the moon. You see that? It's like mechanical.
Yeah, it's like a weird mechanical toy land.
The Shumbra Carnival.
Yes.
Caragor's taking a clump of the grass as he goes as well, and like, on the running, he's like, "It's not proper fucking grass. This. What is it?"
It pulls out
mechanical grass.
It has no roots. It pulls out. It's like, and you look at it, and it's like fabric. It's like.
It's like AstroTurf.
We're in a diorama.
It's like what?
AstroTurf.
Is that another dwarven invention? Did you have AstroTurf? Did you?
Don't you mean astral turf?
Nice.
This grass has got no roots, just like us.
I've got roots.
Yeah, everyone except Velda has got roots. He's the only one who didn't do a backstory.
I did do a backstory.
He did actually. We did an adventure about it.
We did the whole thing about it.
All right, let's go towards the crow noise.
Yeah, this is fair.
Yeah, we're running towards it.
So you make your way through the carnival past what look like food stands. However, they're empty. And when you look at some of the,
Do we want to cast a carnival card? Are we literally going through the carnival?
I mean, we might be in the carnival for a long time.
Is it? Do you think? Is the noises coming from the carnival? The crow noises.
you can hear so you're kind of in the carnival at the time.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Don't blow our loads so quickly, though, because we're going to be in the carnival for a long time. It might be a specific moment.
Well, we're going to. Yes.
What?
I was going to say something about like taking Hadley up the aisle, so let's not blow our load. But I wasn't there, so I'm not going to metagame. Not going to metagame that at all.
Felda's like,
learning. They're learning.
Felda's like, oh, I wish I was there. I would have said something about taking up.
I said blowing my load up Hadley's aisle.
Oh well, that was nice and discreet. Go on, get the
Like, you can't just take the cards.
I'm running.
You're going to knock the box off the table, Caragor. This is why you've got to be trained in law.
Are we carrying a table as we run?
Where is everybody in this carnival?
It's all right. The carnival's looking through an iPad at the moment. Just give us a minute to role playing.
Look, there's a strength test over there.
I want to do it.
How close are we to the carnival? I thought we were jogging towards the carnival.
We're kind of running through it as we go.
So you make your way
in the carnival.
past.
We're running towards the crow noise.
Yeah,
Right.
So you're running towards the carnival. You run past. You run past all these food stalls. The food stalls appear to be. They're like they've got food on them, but the food is like you would get in like an IKEA. Like it's made of wood. You can see these just wooden corn dogs and things just laid out, and there is no one around staffing this. As you run past one of the tents in the distance, over by the big top, you can see there is a light coming from the big top, like there is something inside, and you can hear the carnival music seems to be coming from there. But then next to it, you can see a group of figures. There appear to be, it appears to be a number of Tengu.
Here we go.
4 Tengu. They have their backs to you. They are dressed in brightly coloured baggy pants. They have huge shoes on over their friendly claws. They're all wearing colourful wigs and big puffy shirts. They are dressed as clowns, and they appear to be kicking the living shit out of something on the ground. You can see them all just putting their giant. You can hear the honking of their squeaky shoes as they're kicking into something.
Let me handle this.
Wait! You hand in the. Use the crow card.
Wait, they're not crows.
They're Tengus.
Tengus.
Hey, you lot!
Mate!
What are you doing?
Mate!
Who's that? You're kicking.
They all turn around. They've got their faces painted like clowns, but like the top part of their beaks are just painted red, and they've got just white paint all over them. They look.
Is there a clown card?
I am looking for it. I spent the last 10 minutes looking for it.
You four, who's that? Who are you kicking?
They immediately drop him on the floor. You can see behind them, he appears to be a small man wearing a chef's outfit. He's wearing chef's whites with a little chef's hat on.
Start looking for the chef.
They drop him. One of them takes him and just shoves his face into the dirt. And
what did he do?
Lies there on the door. The Tengu walk forward, cracking their friendly claws.
Oh, you want to fucking fight?
Yeah.
No, I've got this.
All right, mate. All right, mate.
Yeah, I'm all right, mate.
Yeah,
what are you like? Yeah.
All right, mate.
Do you want to go?
All right, mate.
What's your problem, bro?
They fan out as they start approaching you, and you can see them scratching. One of them takes his claws and just scratches it down a wooden post. It goes past.
Velda, do you
that's
know
nice, isn't it?
the art in the cards, Velda? And obviously, I'm asking probably Dan, but in what I'm asking Velda. Do you know that if the art has any pertaining, because we're getting a lot of visual triggers here now, that would really depend on if the card needs us to play it because of the theme of the card or the look of the card, because they are very fucking different, let me tell you.
I think
Harrow deck. There's no standardization between Harrow decks because generally you go off the meaning of the card. The art is generally second, but in this place, I'm not sure.
If we're going off the meaning, then what's happening here is the beating, not the crows.
Well,
but
they're definitely not the crows. They're definitely not crows.
Is there a card in there where they're beating some eggs?
No, I mean they're just beating a person on the card. That's what I'm saying. If they are,
use that one.
That's the one.
Shit.
But this person has a red background tied to a tree.
Doesn't matter. Try it.
If you're sure, then we'll.
No, what is the card?
The beating. They were just giving a beating to someone.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it.
Sorry, just 1 second before you. We're just looking for a deck of
Sorry, I realised I could have just brought up the start menu by saying it in my normal voice. Could have just pressed pause.
Yeah, right.
Which is a good point because that'll affect how we play these things going forward. There isn't any other vibrant, bright coloured ones in here apart from obviously the carnival. There's no clown. There's no Tengu one, and there's no chef. So there's nothing else that pertains to it. Yeah, if we were to play a card in this situation, it would seem to be either the crows or the beating. I have the fool here, but I think the fool's a more philosophical concept than just clown.
The beating sounds a lot closer to what's
happening. Sure, then I'll go with it. But I'm leaning towards that.
Why not? Fuck it.
Velda, I'm going to play a beating.
We throw the beating card.
You take the beating card from the deck and you fling it across.
I assume that's how they activate. Otherwise, we just
we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
It lands. They pick it up. They hold it up and use it against you. Flies across the ground. It lands on the grass between you and just goes and just burns away and disappears. There is a pause. You look around. You feel nothing happen. The Tengu grin. They reach into their big sleeves and they all pull long, curved knives out of their sleeves and go, mate, and all four of them run at you. And that's where we leave it for tonight.
Yeah. Let me see the pro one. I want to see the pro one.
This week's episode was made possible by our patrons, and especially by our Dangerling of the Week, Veyron! To get your name on the show, go to patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast.